Right, a recent report by the U.S. Forest Service says 3 out of 4 trails fail to meet standards. And with federal budget cuts, the weight of keeping Mother Nature looking good now falls on one group in particular more than ever. They are the men and women of the Montana Conservation Corps. Going on a hike may be one of the most popular activities known to Montanans. But for the men and women of the Montana Conservation Corps, it's part of their job. And as Jessica Harrell, a project planner, tells us, a hike could take hours, if not days.
There are miles and miles and miles of trails that just don't have the hands to open them up and maintain them year after year.
Corps members will march right into the heart of the wilderness to make sure that our trails are free of the debris and obstacles that we don't expect to be there. From shoveling to cutting down trees. It takes a lot of labor, and as MCC's communications director Kyle Martins says, a lot of the trails are in a state of disrepair, and the work seems to be towering against them.
A lot of the Forest Service, BLM, a lot of these government agencies and land management agencies are feeling the funding pressures, so they want to do what they can to keep these public trails open, but they don't necessarily have the dollars and cash on hand to do so.
And that means it may take more for the MCC to get awarded fee-for-service contracts. And a slowdown could potentially impact wildland firefighting.
What we're trying to do is go and actually thin some of the trees out. So if a fire or something were to come through, the understory is nice and clear, so it doesn't have as much potential to spread and basically engulf everything in a tinder box.
Some of the areas where we work throughout Idaho and parts of Montana where you're the first ones on the trail in maybe 10 years or so.
For now, Martin says the Corps has not had to make any cuts, but the fear is if more support isn't found, trails could become dangerous.
With trees hung up, it's only a matter of time before they come down entirely, and whether that's just creating a block in the trail itself, or worst case scenario, it would actually come down on people while they're using the trail.
And potentially, in the long run, the desire to preserve and manage wildlands might fade. A little bit more about the MCC. In addition to clearing trails, the agency also works on watershed restoration, habitat enhancement, and biological research.
All right, Jackie, thank you. A senior project at Missoula's